We are acquiring, with the cooperation of the United States government, the Trident missile system. This will ensure the credibility of our strategic deterrent until the end of the century and beyond. And it was very important for the reputation of Britain abroad that we should keep our independent nuclear deterrent, as well as for our citizens here. We've agreed to the stationing of cruise missiles in this country. The unilateralists object, but the recent willingness of the Soviet government to open a new round of arms control negotiations shows, in fact, the wisdom of our firmness. We intend to maintain and, where possible, to improve our conventional forces so as to pull our weight in the alliance. We've no wish to seek a free ride at the expense of our allies. We'll play our full part. In Europe, we've shown that it is possible to combine a vigorous defence of our own interests with a deep commitment to the idea and to the ideals of the community. Mr. Chairman, the last government was well aware that Britain's budget contribution was grossly unfair. They failed to do anything about it. We negotiated a satisfactory arrangement which will give us and our partners time to tackle the underlying issues. We've resolved the difficulties of New Zealand's lamb trade with the community in a way which protects the interests of the farmers in New Zealand while giving our own farmers and our own housewives an excellent deal, and Peter Walker deserves to be congratulated on his success. Now he's two-thirds on his way to success in making important progress towards agreement on a common fisheries policy. That's very important for our people too. There are many, many people whose livelihoods depend on it. Now, we face many other problems in the community, but I'm confident that they too will yield to the firm yet fair approach which has already proved so much more effective than the previous government's 5 years of procrastination. With each day, it becomes clearer that in the wider world we face darkening horizons, and the war between Iran and Iraq is the latest symptom of a deeper malady. Europe and North America are centres of stability in an increasingly anxious world. The community and the alliance are the guarantee to other countries that democracy and freedom of choice are still possible. They stand for order and the rule of law in an age when disorder and lawlessness are ever more widespread. The British government intends to stand by both these great institutions, the community and NATO. We will not betray them. The restoration of Britain's place in the world and of the West's confidence in its own destiny are two aspects of the same process. No doubt there'll be unexpected twists in the road, but with wisdom and resolution we can reach our goal. I believe we'll show the wisdom, and you may be certain that we'll show the resolution. Mr. Chairman, in his warm-hearted and generous speech, Peter Thornycroft said that when people are called upon to lead great nations, they must look into the hearts and minds of the people whom they seek to govern. I would add that those who seek to govern must in turn be willing to allow their hearts and minds to lie open to the people. This afternoon, I've tried to set before you some of my most deeply held convictions and beliefs. This party which I am privileged to serve, and this government which I am proud to lead, are engaged in the massive task of restoring confidence and stability to our people. I've always known that task was vital. Since last week, it has become even more vital than ever. We close our conference in the aftermath of that sinister utopia unveiled at Blackpool. Let Labour's Orwellian nightmare of the left be the spur for us to dedicate with a new urgency our every ounce of energy and moral strength to rebuild the fortunes of this free nation. If we were to fail, that freedom could be imperiled. So let us resist the blandishments of the faint hearts. Let us ignore the howls and threats of the extremists. Let us stand together and do our duty, and we shall not fail.